Hello, 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 everyone. Happy whenever this is for you. We are going to go through just under 30 minutes. It's a full body workout, strength base. Okay. All you need are any weights that you have, dumbbells, kettlebells, whatever it is that you have. And we will get started. So we're going to go a little bit lower, a little bit of upper, a little bit of isolation holds, big mixture for you. Okay, let's get started right away. If you have not done a warm up, pause, give yourself a couple little stretches, a little bit of mobility to get yourself prepped for this workout. Okay, you're going to start with one heavier weight, kettlebell or dumbbell. It's going to be a rotational squat. You're going to come to the outside of the right foot, come back up through center, outside of the left foot. Now make sure you're not hinging down. Okay, we want to get the hips low. All right, we're going to stay there for 1 full minute. Tap your weight if you can, and if you can't, you're just going for that range. You're getting those hips down, pushing those knees out, paired with bicep curls. You're going to go 30 seconds of balancing on 1 foot. Okay, taking yourself into a nice challenge, curl it in, slow to lower, balance on the other side for the following 30 seconds, curl it in, slow to lower. We're gonna finish with a boat pose to hold for 30 seconds. We come down to a seated position. You can have your hands in behind you, reach them forward. You can come arms overhead, legs extended out. It is a 30-second hold, 2.5 minute rounds, 2 times to go through. Let's get started. 3, 2, 1, grab your heavier weight. Let's go. Coming into that rotational squat. So your feet are roughly shoulder distance. Tap to the outside of the right, pull through center, outside of left. Standing nice and tall in between each squat, taking it down, bringing it back up through center. Taking your time to tap down, squeeze through center. Keep that going. Down tap, push through the feet, squeeze, stand, down tap, squeeze, stand. Okay, keep going there. We are almost done. Get those hips nice and low. Make sure the knees are coming out, not in as you come over, making sure that the hips are square as well as you come down for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Grab your 2 dumbbells. All right, we come into that beautiful bicep curl. Balance on 1 foot. It doesn't matter which one you're going to choose to start. Balance, curl it in, slowly lower those weights down. Palms face up, squeeze those elbows in to the side body, okay? Thinking of squeezing whatever foot, whatever leg you are standing on, thinking of squeezing the bum, okay? That'll activate the core a little bit for you as well. Big drive in, squeeze, curl, slow to lower. Make sure your lower is slower than your up. Think of power to pull, slow to lower. 3, switch to the other leg. 2, 1, balance on the right. 30 more seconds to go here. Keep curling, driving those weights in, slowly lower them down. Big curl in, slow to lower. Push through that rooted leg, those toes down onto your mat. Get some good balance there. Big pull and squeeze, lots of strength here. 3, 2, 1, come down into your boat pose. Down into your boat pose. On your bum, hands behind you, hands out in front. You can even have your heels down, making sure you have that nice long spine. It is 30 seconds. Focus on your breath. Heart rate shouldn't be too high right here. We're just sticking to some nice strength today. A little bit of work though, lots of strong movement. Take a big breath in, big breath out. Keep thinking of driving the legs in towards the chest if the feet are off of the floor. 5, 4, 3, 2, right back to your rotational squats, right back to your rotational squats. Feet are about shoulder width apart, tap that weight down, squeeze to stand. Now, if you don't have a heavy dumbbell, maybe you're working with 2 5s, okay? Other option here is you would frame that leg, squeeze to stand, frame the other leg, okay? So if you're working with 2 smaller dumbbells, that works as well. Make sure you're pressing into those feet, locking out at center. Squeeze to the top, tap it down, squeeze to the top, tap it down. What do I mean by squeezing at the top? Tucking that tail, the glutes are active, tap down, get those hips nice and low, tap down. Functional movement here. We do a lot of bending and twisting throughout our day, most of us, prepping for any of that movement. All right, we have 10 seconds left. Tap, squeeze. 3, 2, and 1. Okay, balancing on one leg. Start your curls right away. Squeeze those elbows in, balancing on one foot. Power pull, squeeze, slow to lower down. Maybe you want to be in tree pose. Maybe that's the most comfortable thing for you. Make sure you're not popping out into that hip. Make sure you're standing nice and tall. Big pull in, slow to lower. Big pull in, slow to lower. Okay, so close. So close, we're almost at halfway. We're gonna switch to the other leg. We finished with boat pose. That'll be about 5 minutes of work. You get a little rest. We go on to the next circuit. 4, 3, 2, switch to the other leg. 30 seconds left of that curl. Biceps are firing. Make sure you're pressing into that foot, squeezing and bracing through that core. Long spine, big curl up, slow to lower. So close, team, so close. Let's go. We have 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come into your boat pose. Come on down. Sitting nice and tall. Remember, you can have hands behind you supported, hands behind the legs maybe supported. Maybe it's heels down, arms up, arms overhead. Choosing your variation for yourself. Squeeze those knees into the chest. Make sure that core is doing the work here. Long spine. Take a big breath in and a big breath out. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So good. Okay. Take a rest. Take some water. Do what you need to do. We move on to our next set. Okay, we're coming into prisoner squats. Now, if you're like Matt, okay, prisoner squats, first of all, you don't get to use your hands, okay? So typically if we're doing anything jumping or speed related, we use those arms for momentum. If you would also like to add load to this, you can hold a kettlebell or a dumbbell or weights at the front, okay? We're coming into 4 prisoners. So we're not locking out at the top. It's like a big pulse, squeeze to stand. 4, squeeze to stand. 4, squeeze to stand. Think of big pulses. Don't stay on the bottom though. Come all the way up just before lockout, all the way back down. Make it big, okay? And then on the 5th one, you can squeeze to the top. Option to add weight if you'd like. You will need a chair or a bench, or you can use the floor and come into crab dips. We're coming into tricep dips here. All right, so feet closer in underneath of the knees, squeeze the shoulders and elbows back. We come down, power up, slow to lower, power up. Try to keep your back as close as you can to the chair or a bench. If that is super uncomfortable for you, you can also come into tricep overhead extension. That one dumbbell, you can hold on to either end, squeeze the elbows in and work it there. Let's get started, team. Oh, sorry, you have a plank to finish for 30 seconds. On those forearms to hold. Let's get started with those prisoner squats. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Remember, it's 4 and 1. 4, 3, 2, 1, nice and big, nice and big. 4, 3, 2, 1 on the 5th, squeeze stand. 4, 3, 2, 1. This gets the legs a big pump quick. All right, make it big. Making sure you're not locking out until that 5th one, making sure that you're squeezing at the top, making sure that those hips are coming down. It is not a hinge, right? We're not coming into this position to squat. Keep your chest proud, keep the shoulders up. 4, maybe you're front loaded with that weight, squeeze at 5. All right, we have 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Make your way to your tricep dips. Okay. Ooh, that gets the heart rate up. Come on down nice and slow into your dips. Squeeze the elbows. Big power push. Slow to lower. Big power push. Keep going there. Remember, you have the option to do tricep overhead press if you would prefer versus the tricep dip. Make sure your shoulders are not up by your ears. Hold them down and away, push through. So if you have anything going on in the wrists, this might be uncomfortable for you. That is a great option to take it to the overhead weight. Also an option. You can do that one kneeling, standing. All right, 1 dumbbell or 2 up overhead. You're bending and hinging at those elbows, power pressing up. Okay, making sure you're not back bending here if you're taking this option. Wherever you are, maybe you're gonna do half and half, that works too. We have 10 seconds left here. We come into our forearm plank to hold. 3, 2, 1. Okay, down into your plank. Forearms down. Squeeze the glutes, squeeze the quads. Think of shoulders over elbows high into those tippy toes. If you need to be down onto those knees, also a fantastic option, but squeeze and brace through that core. Those glutes are squeezing as well. Taking big breaths here, shoulders maybe forward a little bit more. Take another inhale and exhale. We have 5. Squeeze 4, 3, 2, and 1. Right back to your prisoner squats. 4 to 1, 4 to 1. Hands either behind the head. All right, remember it's a nice big movement, just without the lockout until number 5. And at number 5, make sure you're pressing through the feet and giving that little tuck of the tail to isolate those glutes at the top. Remember, you can also front load this if you want to add load, add a weight, get your deep squat. Don't walk out until 5. Okay, this is a big leg pump, yes? Okay, I'm feeling it, yes? Ooh. Okay, squeezing at 5. Let's go, team. Let's go. We are almost there. We are very close. 4, big pulse, keep active through that core as well. Push through those feet. All right, almost there. 15 seconds. Get yourself probably 2 or 3 more in. So good, so good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take it to your tricep dips. Let's go. Tricep dips. Okay. Or tricep overextension. Remember, you have options here with this. Take your time as you lower down, big push to press. Slow to lower. Both of these you want to think of slow to lower, whether that's the weight coming behind the head or the body shifting down the side of your chair or bench. Now, what's important is that the shoulders stay locked and loaded. The elbows are squeezing inwards. Okay, I'll tell you at the halfway mark if you want to join me doing a little tricep overhead extension as well. There's your halfway. You can switch it down into a kneeling or standing position with that overhead weight for the last 30 seconds. Just to add in some variety, it doesn't hurt anyone. Squeeze those elbows in, big push to the top. All right, so some nice strength here. We are getting the heart rate going a little bit. Nice little sweat on. Yes, okay. Keep that up. 5, 4, 3, 2. Come into your final forearm plank, down to hold. Remember, you have the option to be on the knees or on those toes. Tuck your tail, squeeze your bum, and breathe right here. Think of activating, okay, really tightening that body everywhere. Push your heels back and then come forward on the toes. Think of squeezing the knees up. Think of tucking the tailbone, abs pull in. 3, 2, and 1. Okay, rest and water here. We go on to circuit number 3, lower body to start. Okay, we're coming into quarter sumo squats. 1 way, 2 way. You can also take it into a body weight. Those toes will turn out. If you're noticing, we've got squat variations here. Toes will turn out. We're coming into the bottom of that sumo. Push the knees nice and wide. Come up a quarter, come back down, pause, squeeze to the top. So you're working a quarter range at the bottom, all the way to the top. Pairing that with a nice bent over row, you're gonna come into a single, double row. So feet hip distance. We hinge at those hips to come into that flat back position. Maybe at a 45, maybe it's deeper, it does not matter. You're going to row with the right arm, reset, row with the left arm, reset, row together. Now you have the option to reset for that low back in between. So it would be single row, right, left, together, reset, or stay in that hinge position as long as you can for that minute, okay? Suggest maybe going through it as many times as you can, but if you're feeling any strain in that low back, make sure you reset. Okay, we're gonna come into a nice chair pose to hold for that one. Squeezing those knees towards one another. You can add load at the chest. We come and hang out in chair. You're gonna reach the arms forward as well. Prayer, weight of your choice, okay? Quarter sumos to get started for third circuit, not second, third, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. I'm gonna hold one heavier dumbbell at the front. Turn those toes out as much as you can. Come down, come up, pause, come down, pause, squeeze to stand. Okay, so we do get that heart rate up with strength for sure. Okay, this is not HIIT. So we are controlling the motions that we are doing, the exercises that we are doing, but trying to add some load, or maybe it's body weight for you, that is fine, okay? But breathing here, and the heart rate's just coming high from the movement and the load, okay? We aren't doing anything jumpy or crazy. Okay, come on down, come on up, come on down, pause, squeeze to stand. Make sure that it's the hips coming down. Again, we're not in a hinge position, so chest is proud, nice long spine. You have 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Single, single, double, bent over row. Grab 2 dumbbells. All right, remember those feet are hip distance. Root and press back through those hips, root through the feet, right arm row, left arm row, squeeze both back. Now, important in your row that you're squeezing the shoulder and elbow back. Think of center of spine here, okay? And you want to think of nice long spine. Don't dump into the shoulder. Think of the weight coming towards your hip versus your rib, okay? So pull it back, right, left, together. You have the option to reset at any point here. Hinge it down, flat back, row right, row left, row together. Keep that going, squeezing in between if that's needed. Let's go, team. Let's go. You've got 15 seconds left. Make sure the back is nice and flat. We don't want any rounded shoulders. Pull that chest through, stick those hips back. 4, 3, 2, 1. Chair pose. Option body weight or add load. Squeeze those knees towards one another. Sit the hips low. Give a slight tuck of that tail to pull the abs in. You can reach the arms forward. You can come into prayer. You can come overhead. You can hold on to a weight. All great options. But challenge yourself to sit deeper into that chair as much as you can while squeezing those knees in. Really activate that core. Take a breath in. 3, 2, 1. Right back to your sumo squat quarters. Weight or no weight, 1 or 2. Let's go. Turn those toes in. Come on, down deep. Up, pause. Back down, pause. Squeeze to stand. Okay. Heart rate's at probably a moderate pace, which is perfect. All right. We are going through this one more time. Okay. This is our last time. We got another one coming after. Making sure you're taking that time at the bottom to pause, up a quarter pause, back down pause, push through the feet, squeeze, stand, pause. Tucking that tail at the top, lowering down with control, pushing into those toes, into the floor, tucking the tail at the top. All right, so good, team. We have 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, coming into those single, double arm row. Hinge it down, feet, hip distance apart, hinge it down. Row right, row left, row together. Stay there, stick with it. Really squeeze the elbow, shoulder back. You want to think of scapula, that shoulder blade area, doing the work here. Remember, you can reset anytime. Maybe you're doing that single, double, and single, double twice through before you reset. That's fine, okay? Or maybe you're resetting every time. Maybe you don't need to reset at all. Choose where you are at. Do listen to your body. Do what is best for you. Make sure that long spine, though, there's no rounded spine. We have 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Chair pose, loaded or not, you choose. Squeeze those feet together, knees towards one another. Sit it low. Load at the chest. Reach the arms forward. Maybe can you challenge yourself to go a little bit lower and squeeze the knees in a little bit tighter. Breathe, brace through that core. Take a big breath in and a big breath out. 5, 4, 3, 2, release, rest, water. Okay, we're working at a good heart rate. I love it. Super challenging with the strength, and we can focus on the breath here as well. Round 4, okay. A fun one here. Now, I'm going to show options here. This is great for hip and ankle mobility, okay? Option to load it, option to interlace the hands, loading at the front. You're coming down to the right knee, down to the left knee, up on the right knee, up on the left, up into a calf raise. So if you're holding a weight, it'll just stay at your chest, lower the heels back down. Then take it to the other side, down to the left, right, up on the left, up on the right, calf raise, okay? So taking your time here, but coming down. Such a functional movement of how we're getting off of the floor as we age, okay? Super important. I know we don't think of that stuff, but I am. Okay, push-ups are going to be that upper body. Now you have the choice to be your regular push-up on the toes, okay, long body on the knees. If you need to progress a little bit more than that, take yourself to an elevated surface, okay? Or you can even take yourself to a wall space and work on it that way, making sure you're far enough away that you can have an incline, okay, for the body. Wall sit. You will also need a wall space for your wall sit to hold, taking your feet about hip distance apart, a weight perhaps on top of the legs or at your chest, or maybe crossing those arms across the chest with body weight. Let's get started. We start with those knee drops down to calf raise combo, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Okay, so I'm gonna load myself here, making sure that when you come down to the knee, okay, that you're coming up onto the same side that lowered first, up to a calf raise, heels down, other side, left down, left up to lead, calf raise to stand, alternate right and left here. Okay, hit that squat position before you stand to the top. Hit the squat, calf raise up, heels down, alternate there. Okay, this one will get the heart rate up a little bit higher for some of us. Okay, it is a lot of movement. Also, if you have knee sensitivity, I didn't give an option for you here. 1, 2 pulse, calf raise up. If coming down onto your knees like that is not good for you, take it into a 1, 2 pulse, calf raise to the top, okay? Keep going, everybody, wherever you are. Fight those reps. Loaded or not, you can do this body weight, no problem. Push through. 3, 2, 1, into your push-up, please. Choosing the variation that works best for you. I'm gonna come elevated today. Okay, slowly lower down into your push-up position, big power push up. Now, important in your push-up, just as we did in our previous round of our plank position, isolate and squeeze that body. We do not wanna have an up, hips coming up. We don't want hips coming down. We want that long spine, okay? I'm gonna finish my sit down on my knees here. Squeezing those elbows in at that 45. Breathing here as well, keeping that nice strong core. We have that wall sit to finish this set. Okay, in 3, 2, 1, make your way to the wall. Load or not, that means body weight or added weight with your load. Maybe it's on your lap, maybe it's at your chest. Okay, feet should be pretty well close to under those knees. Hips and knees want to be pretty close to parallel to that floor. Feeling that beautiful sensation through the legs. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Okay, take one more breath in. 3, 2, 1. All right, let's go right away. Back down to those knee drops. Down to the right, down to the left, up on the right, up on the left. Calf raise down. Alternating your leading leg. Okay. Yes. Yes. So last time through this, 2.5 minutes of work. Okay, then you get to have a little rest break. We have one more round to go. 5 minutes of work. Okay, it does fly by when there's lots of variety, I hope, for you. Okay, remember, if you're not coming to those knees here, you have the option to go 1, 2, up to calf raise, squeeze. Option to also take this one to body weight. If you don't want to add that load, you get to choose. Okay, we have 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Push up, please. On the toes, on the knees, elevated wherever you are. Take your time here. Slowly lower down. Big push to come up. Squeezing those elbows to about a 45 degree as you lower down. Maybe you're like, nah, I want to work more chest. You can also take the hands wider. Those elbows come more into a box shape as you lower down. Some people find those ones easier, some not. Either way, you want to still keep that nice long line through the entire body. Slow to lower. Maybe you need to take a second and give yourself a child's pose. Totally an option here. Listen to where you are at. As long as you're challenging yourself, okay, you showed up for yourself. You're moving your body for yourself. Let's go. 3, 2, and 1. Make your way up to your wall. Bring a weight with you. If you can, take those feet about hip distance apart. Lower yourself down onto that wall space. Knees, hips parallel, and breathe. Picture yourself somewhere beautiful. Maybe that's in your house. Maybe it's on a beach. Maybe it's on a mountain top. Maybe it's floating on a lake somewhere. I'm good here, actually. I'm not too bad. I wish it was a little bit cooler outside. 5, take a big breath in. 4, 3, 2, and time. So good. Okay, we got one final one to get through. Grab a quick sip of water here. Okay. This next one, we're coming into body weight for our squat variation. Okay, we're coming back to the back of our space. You're gonna walk out to a plank position, as in your hands are gonna walk out. Let me restart this. Come to the back of your space, sit into a squat. Walk your hands all the way out to your plank. Hold, 1, 2, walk it back, hit a squat. Don't stand. You're going literally from plank, 1, 2, to squat, 1, 2. Crazy quad burner for that one. You do not get extension. If you need to take it halfway through, come on up and squeeze, stand in that squat, but do your best to just take it back and forth. Okay, paired with, you might need lighter weights for this one. Similar to that bent over row, you're gonna come into a bent over fly. Same concept though, right fly, squeeze, left fly, together fly. Same thing, don't come forward to the side. Think of more back, bottom of the rib, okay? We're gonna come into a beautiful hollow body hold for the 30 seconds. Now, if you wanna do it single leg, a great place to start. You can also do bent legs, but arms up over the head, everybody lift the head, neck, and shoulders. The leg lowering down is when it gets harder. I will give a 15-second cue. I'm gonna do single leg at the bottom so we can switch at that halfway point. All right, last 5 minutes here. Don't worry, we do have a tiny little finisher today to finish off. We start with that plank to squat. Sorry, squat to plank to squat. Walk out, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Come to the back of your mat, squat it down, walk it forward, hit your plank, pause, 1, 2, squeeze your bum and your core, walk back in, lift your chest and your hands, 1, 2. Keep the hips low, walk it out, 1, 2. Walk it into squat, 1, 2. Now, in that squat, make sure those knees are pushing nice and wide, out, 1, 2. In squat, knees out, 1, 2. Hips nice and low here. Okay, if your quads are not burning, oof, mine are. 1, 2 at each position. Where are we at? We got 15 seconds left. You should get yourself 2 more for sure. Sit it low in that squat. Fight for that rep. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Grab your dumbbells. Bent over, fly, single, single, double right here. Let's go. Feet hip distance apart, hinge it down. Right fly, left fly, double fly. Squeeze the shoulders, option to reset. Okay, let's go. Right, making sure that back is nice and flat. Okay, and then that core is pulling in. Please have a soft bend or a bigger bend into your knees is totally fine. Do not walk out your legs though in that position, please. Have those legs bent to support. That's fine. Single, single, double, right here. And remember, we're coming out and down more than up. You want to be down more than up. Resetting is an option. All right, we have hollow body hold coming up. It'll be, I think I might have said 30 seconds for each side. It would be 15 seconds for each side, 30 total. 3, 2, 1, hollow body. Everybody down, choose your variation, legs bent, legs extended, single side. Arms need to be up overhead though. If your knee is driving in, really squeeze. Think of chest to knee as tight as you can. Press your low back here. Good. If you're switching sides, go ahead and switch. That's the halfway point. 15 seconds left. Press the low back, lift the chest more, hug the knee in more if you're taking this option. It's a good one, or you can have both legs out. 3, 2, and 1. All right, come right back up. We start to the back of the mat. Last 2.5 minutes of work here, team. Let's go. Walk it out to your plank. Hold your plank 1, 2. Walk it back into your squat. Remember, get the chest up and hips low. Hips low. Okay? Try not to come into that standing position. We are getting into those quads big time here. Walk it out to plank, hold. Walk it into squat, hold. Okay, keep going. 30 seconds left. Squeeze in that plank. Squeeze and lift in that squat. Walk it out, walk it in. Oh, yes. Enjoying those quads. Oh, yes, big time. Let's go, team. We have 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come on up. Okay, grab your weights. Bent over, fly. Right, left together. Come into that beautiful hinge position. Fly right, squeeze it back. Fly left. Fly together, squeeze, and squeeze. Stand if you would like. Optional, you can go through it a couple of times, or maybe 3 times, making sure that you are controlling your weights. Don't let them swing. Okay, so if you're lifting and then swinging it down, lift back, control down. You're gonna get some core in here too, if you haven't noticed, bracing that core to keep that back nice and strong and protected. Okay, push the hips back, bend through those knees. Let's go, team. Almost there. Last 15 seconds here. We're gonna come into that hollow hold. Option to do half side with me for that 15 seconds. If you want to take that option, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, hollow hold. Last 30 seconds. Option to pull in one knee. Arms up overhead. Think of pushing that low back down as much as you can. Big inhales and exhales here. Keep reaching, close your eyes, press your back, lift your chest, pull the knee in, lift the arms up. Switch here if you are halfway. If you are doing the option I am doing, single side, keep pressing the back, keep lifting the chest, keep hugging that knee in. Breathe for 5, 4, 3, 2, and time. So good. Okay. Nice little sweat on there. We got the heart rate up to a beautiful moderate pace. All right, we're gonna finish off with some core here. Maybe you're like, I'm done, I'm checking out right here. If you can give yourself 3 more minutes of work, we're just gonna do a little core to finish off and you are done. Okay, what do you need? One weight, and that's all. 1 dumbbell. I'm gonna use my 10 here, okay? And I'm not gonna take us through everything. We're gonna go along together. We're going through 5 different core exercises, 2 rounds through. All right, 25 seconds of work per exercise, okay? We got this, we got this. Coming onto your back, please, we're starting with single leg drops. Single leg drops, let's go. 3, 2, 1. All right, hands by your side, legs come up, drop the right, pull it in, drop the left, pull it in. Now, you have the option here as well to add in a slight little lower ab crunch in. So maybe as you pull in, those hips come up. Right leg drop, lift, left leg drop, or just pull it in. Either are great options. Lowering that leg, it's similar to scissors, okay? Just with a little bit more control. 3, 2, 1, rock yourself up. We're coming to in and outs. Hands behind you. Tuck the knees in, extend out. All right, go for it here. In and out.
Now, if that's tough for you, single leg, okay? Pressing the heel out and in. It's kind of like a march with those legs. Let's go, or double it up. 5, 4, 3, 2, heels down. Take a weight. You're coming into seated twist. Right side, left side. Rotate from the core, but bring those shoulders from right to left. It's not just taking your weight over and back. All right, option here, you can also elevate those feet if you feel good. If you notice your hip flexors might be turning on, completely normal. It's tough to turn those guys off. They are in there with us. We have 4, 3, 2, 1, down onto your back. Tap your heels down, arms by your side, tap the heels, pull the knees into the chest, lift. Heels should be shoulder distance apart here. Tap the heels, reverse your crunch. Lower those hips down slow. Tap and lift, tap and lift. All right, we're gonna finish with one more. It is a bicycle, and by finish, I mean this round, and we do have it one more time. I'm gonna give us a nice little 10-second rest before we begin. We have bicycles in 3, 2, and 1. Okay, elbow to knee, rotate, elbow to knee, rotate. Modifiers, just taking the heel down, tapping and twisting here, elbow to knee. Otherwise, kick that foot out, extending through that opposite leg. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, take a little rest or break. The word together. Okay, we start one more time, single leg drop, 3. This is it, 2. Legs up, 1, let's go. Drop the right, pull it in, drop the left. Remember, you can have the option here to add in that little reverse crunch. If you want a little extra for the low abs, drop 1, reverse, drop the other, reverse, alternate, alternate. 5, 4, 3, 2, come on up. In and out, hands behind you, tuck those knees in and out. Remember, you have the modifier option, single leg, in and out, in and out, in and out, okay? Option there, totally fine. Let's go, 3, 2, 1, Russian twists, that beautiful seated twist, taking that weight, rock it over to the right, center, left, center. Twisting here with the shoulders from the core. That weight comes over to the right, over to the left. All right, that's slightly back, firing up that core. We have heel taps, reverse crunch, 3, 2, up next. Heels are hip distance to shoulder distance apart here, hands by your side. Tap those heels down, press the low back, reverse your crunch. All right, home stretch here, home stretch here. About 45 seconds of work. You've got this, tap the heels, lift it in, tap the heels, lift it in. Let's go, team, let's go. 5, 4, 3, 2, come into your bicycles, elbow to knee, rotate. Option to take this one, modifying here, twist, rotate with that heel, or option to come into full extension of that leg, press the low back. We're almost there. Fight for those reps. You have 4, 3, 2, done. Oh, a little core to finish. Always feels good. Amazing, amazing, amazing job. Please take maybe 2, 3, 10 minutes. Give yourself a nice big stretch. Whatever options that you're like, oh, my legs, okay, oh, the core, all of the things. Thank you for giving this workout a try. Amazing job to yourself. Give yourself a little pat on the back, a nice high five. Awesome job. Hope to see you guys soon. Bye, everyone.